Good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone doing? And welcome back to our daily geometry video. Today we're going to start a new subject and we're going to talk about similarities in right triangles. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, for similarities in right triangles, we have a theorem. It states that if the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, then the two triangles that are formed from the original are similar to each other and the initial triangle. So what that essentially means is if I draw the altitude, which is from a point all the way down to the hypotenuse. So this is the altitude because it makes a 90 degree on both sides. Okay, so it breaks that right there. Since this is like this, okay, altitude drawn down, it creates similar triangles. Okay, so we're going to name this point D right here. So what that means is I can describe this triangle in two different ways now. Triangle ABC. ABC, okay, is congruent. The triangle ADB, which is also congruent to BDC. Okay, so very important. It's saying that this initial triangle, if rotated around, will be here. Rotated this way will be here. So that's why their starting points go from here twice, then they go from here because you're kind of just rotating it this way to match those terms. Okay. But let's look at a problem now. So we see how it's described. So now let's kind of get into it and see if we can identify the triangles and kind of write them out. So this next one says identify the similar triangles and sketch them from largest to smallest. So we already know our biggest triangle right here is going to be DEF. So I'm going to do it this way. D, E, F. Okay, now we need to come over our similar triangle. So we're going to draw our altitude. It's going to come from here all the way down, and it'll make 90s. And we're going to name this point G. Okay, so our next biggest triangle is going to be this one right here. So we're going to start at F and go F, G, E. Probably should have drawn that smaller, but my bad. F, G, E. Okay. And then we'll once again draw our next smallest triangle, which happens to be right here. And remember, this one's going to start at your hypotenuse. It'll start at E. So we'll go E, G, D. Okay, so those are similar triangles. Now, when we got to come find this x value, I'm going to give you a simple process for this type of thing. So we have these two questions right here. Okay, so we're going to solve these questions, and I'm going to kind of give you a simplistic way of solving these. Since we know this is the altitude, we have 90 degrees drawn. They're similar triangles. Well, we can take this and we can solve for that x value by using a simple equation. You take your x, okay, you put it over your longest leg. Okay, remember your legs are 3 and 4, your hypotenuse is 5. So your longest leg is 4, so x over 4. We're going to set that equal to the shortest leg, 3, over the hypotenuse, which is 5. Then we'll solve for x. What this is essentially doing is we're saying this triangle right here, okay, is similar to the bigger triangle. So x is the height, 4 is the hypotenuse, okay, which is equal to the big triangle, which has 3 as the height and 5 as the hypotenuse. So that's all that is. So now we'll solve for x. So multiply that one side, 4 to both sides. Okay, we're left with x is equal to 3 times 4 over 5, which gives us an answer of x is equal to 12/5. It's pretty standard. Okay, if you want to put that in decimal form, that would just be 2.4. Okay, very similar. Now let's look at this one. A little more complex. We're using decimals in this one, but we're going to do the same exact process. Since I know how I'm going to solve it, I'm going to take my variable x. I'm going to put it over the longest side, which happens to be 21, and set that equal to the shortest leg 11.2 over the hypotenuse. Once again, this is setting this triangle right here equal to the bigger triangle because they have to be similar. That's our rule. Okay, so we do the same process. I multiply this over here. I multiply by 21 both sides. We get x is equal to 21 times 11.2 divided by 23.8. Hey, you'll use your calculators on your computer or your phone, and you end up getting x is equal to 9.9, so you just round to one decimal place, okay? That's it, guys, okay? Nothing too difficult, nothing crazy, okay? I know it's a little new, okay, but you literally just you just do what I told you to do, okay? Variable over longest leg is equal to short leg over hypotenuse. You do that every time, it always comes out to be the correct answer, okay? That's it for today's lesson, okay? Have a good day. Peace.